In the unlikely event that you're watching this episode, having not yet seen yesterday's episode, I strongly recommend you go back and watch the one from yesterday. Things happened that I don't really want to get into. But today, we have the final of the stupid, pointless Checkatrade nonsense trophy against Liverpool Under-23s. So, reasons to be excited, etc. Hello and welcome to Season 11, Part 8 of Non-League to Legend. I'm Kev, and coming up on today's episode, we have the final, let's give it its real name as a special treat, the Checkatrade Trophy final against the Liverpool youth team / reserves. I mean, it doesn't get any more prestigious than that. What a trophy. I'm fully in support of it. If we win it, can we retire it? Can we just throw the trophy in the sea? That's our incentive to try and win this trophy today. Other than that, just don't care. I'm so tempted to show my disrespect for it by just sticking our youth team out in the final too, just to really show how little regard I have for it. And I would do that if I wasn't afraid that it would ruin our morale and our form going into the final 5 games of the season, because we're in with a chance. Since you were last with me, we obviously had the ridiculous 6-6 yesterday, which, I mean, I had to have a lie down after that to recover. We then lost to Orient, which was a massive frustration, because aside from that, we've been really good. We beat Cristiano Ronaldo's Blackburn with another beautiful Jim McBride free kick, and we've absolutely thumped Burton in the last game. We're just in good form again. And what that means is we're going into the final 5 games of the season 3 points clear of Ronaldo's mob, and only 6 points away from our old stomping ground of Southend. And that is particularly relevant because second to last game of the season, we play Southend. We go there, we play them, we win that game, and suddenly we're in a ridiculous outside chance of being able to actually win the League One title. I'm hoping we've done enough to push Blackburn out the way, and if we end up getting promoted and they don't, I think the Ronaldo t-shirt might have to become a reality. But we're not worrying about the league initially. We're worrying about this really important cup competition that I really respect and really desperately want to win. And this is the team that we're putting out there to do just that. So we've got Thompson in goal. A back 3 of Smith, Fidalgo, Jordan and Nyambi. Fisher, Jose Antonio and Shorthouse in midfield, with Hartley in behind Dixon and Davison. So Kevin Thompson is allowed to play despite being a Liverpool Under-23 player himself. The pre-match press conference asked me how I felt about going up against one of my former players because Kevin Thompson is in the Liverpool Under-23 side. There's every chance this game is going to break the save. If it does, then more reasons to hate the Checkatrade Trophy. Let's see if it actually lets us play it. So if we submit our team, it's not broken yet. Liverpool are strong favourites. Let's see if we're 11 years in the future. There's unlikely to be anybody we've heard of in their team anyway. I don't know if any of these are regular players. Emre Can at the back. I mean, this is 11 years in the future, and Emre Can's playing for their Under-23s in the Checkatrade Trophy final. I bet he's really looking forward to that potential version of the future. He really wants Kev's world to come true. Well, this is who's going to be up against him. So if he's on the right, that means Tom Dixon. He's scored lots of goals this season. Show Emre Can why you're better than he is, Dixon. Right, let's... I can't believe Emre Can's playing. That's mental. That's why this competition is a joke. I know the Premier League teams don't do that in real life, but they could. They could do that within the rules. There's nothing stopping them. And that's why it's stupid. If a Premier League team really decided they wanted to win it, they can just abuse the rules and go and win it. And it's silly that they're able to do that. And I don't know what the attendance is going to be for this game, but it's a lowly League One club against a Premier League reserve team at Wembley. Now, I went down to the Johnson's Paint Trophy final, that prestigious competition that superseded this one, with Posh, and there must have been, 25,000, 30,000 people there. It obviously wasn't full, but it was a good day out. We won it. It was lots of fun. I wonder, because the pre-match media suggested there might only be 6,000 people here. We could have played this in our home ground, and we've come all the way to Wembley. And it looks like we're going in at half-time 0-0. Completely uneventful first half. which I'm not surprised. If we're playing in front of a basically empty Wembley, it's going to be really hard to get ourselves going. Yeah, 6,500 people here at Wembley. I mean, it's just stupid. That must be so demotivating for the players. You have all that excitement of going to Wembley and then that crushing disappointment of them only opening one of those little bits in the corner behind the corner flag on one tier because they don't need to open any of the rest of the ground. Right, Davison with a chance to break instead just lumps it forward. I mean, we didn't have anyone forward. That's not like us. We usually do leave people forward. I think Davison was the man who was supposed to be forward and came back to try and retrieve the ball. We're struggling a little bit here. Smith makes the tackle. If he'd have got himself sent off again, he's already on a yellow card. If we lost another left back to a red card, I might just stop letting you lot watch games or stop playing with left backs, because it doesn't happen when you're not here. It's just a combination of you lot and left backs. You don't mix very well. Right, we've got 20 minutes to go. What can we do to try and win this game? Declan Davison's going to come off. Thompson comes on. We'll swap those two over. Push Dixon a little bit further forward. And we're going to take off Hadley and bring on Jim McBride. Let's see if we can have one of his special free kicks. We'll swap those two around. Get Shorthouse in behind the front two. Shorthouse can be a pest up there. And hopefully McBride will just get the opportunity to stick a free kick into the top corner again. He's done it 4 or 5 times since Christmas. The man is in crazy form with these free kicks. And I think we'll take Shorthouse off now as well. And bring Joey Smith on. And we'll just move those two around. Stick McBride in behind the front two for the final 10 minutes. Presumably this is going to go to penalties if that doesn't happen. Well, it's not going to go to penalties now, is it? And we've just taken off one of our most creative attacking players and brought on a holding midfield player. Well, I said I didn't want to win it. I kind of wish we'd just deliberately lost it. I mean, is he a real player? Jedinak, that seems like a name I know, although the one I think I know, playing for Liverpool in 11 years, seems unlikely. Emery trying to push himself a little bit further forward there. And, yeah, we're 1-0 down, 10 minutes to go. We don't really care. There's only 6,500 people here. Liverpool are going to be... I mean, it's embarrassing for them to be involved in this. McBride whips in a free kick. It amounts to nothing. Mark Smith's offside. And that, I believe, is game over. There you go. That's why that competition is stupid. At no point did anyone, me or you, or the fans, or the team, no one got excited at any point in there. It wasn't like a league game against Shrewsbury. Let's go and play an actual game that we care about now and try and solidify a league title push. Right, a couple of changes for the Charlton game, as usual, because it's us. We've got defenders suspended. This time it's Corey Jordan and Mark Smith. So Kelly and Jackson come in to the team. Kelly at left back, Jackson at centre back. Jackson was cup title last game. That's why he wasn't involved at all. Smith comes back into the midfield at the expense of Keith Shorthouse, who drops down to the bench with no other changes. No, that seems right. We've shuffled the midfield around a little bit, but not actually changed any of it significantly. So we are going to be trying Smith as a box-to-box midfielder today, mainly because he's supposed to be better there than Fisher is, which I hadn't realised until when I was swapping him back in. His rating was really good on box-to-box midfielder. Yeah, we like Weather. Don't know or care who he is. Let's get into this game. Shorthouse is just being rested. Dropped, maybe. I don't want to say we're dropping him. We're just rotating him out of the team for a game. He's not been the same player in the second half of the season as he was in the first. I don't know how much it plays into how these things are worked out in game, but he got a new contract around about the time his form dropped off. He was out of contract at the end of the season and he was listed as a backup player. We gave him a new contract on an extra £1,000 a week as a key player, and it's a 2-year deal, I think. And since then, he's not really been playing as well. Complacency? Is that something that, or is it just a coincidence? I'd add complacency in if I was coding this game, so it makes sense that that's made a bit of a difference. It's just a shame because he was awesome early on this season. Right, Smith to Hartley. Dixon is in, and I mean, I was tempted to say he should have done better, but he shouldn't really. It was an incredibly tight angle. We only expect better from him because of the precedent he's set for himself. And Thompson flapped at that and got nowhere, and we've got away with that a little bit. Clear-cut chances at both ends in the last couple of minutes. Fisher makes the interception, but Charlton are coming at us again. Fidalgo comes across to cover, and now Niambi is running in the wrong direction. What did he just do? He was running the wrong way, and after all that time faffing, cleared it into one of their players who deflected it into the path of an onrushing forward. I mean, this is just, from our most experienced defender, that was just incompetent. Put it out for a throw. He dribbled it into our area and then kicked it into one of their players. He's our captain today. Just kick it out for a throw, you idiot. Ugh. If we throw away promotion and with silliness like that, I'm going to be sad, especially because the team chasing us is managed by Cristiano Ronaldo. As it stands at the moment, they draw level on points with us again on 71. And any chance of catching Southend evaporates. With 4 games to go, a 6-point gap, even if we're playing them, we're not catching up. We've got to win a game like this. If we win today, that gap narrows, and then that, for goodness sake, we've had 2 pieces of total defensive incompetence. We don't want to get promoted, do we? Our defenders certainly don't. When they're not getting themselves sent off, they're doing stuff like that. There's just no accounting for it. You've watched us have a 6-6 draw yesterday, and now you're watching us just be rubbish defensively. I know it's a Kev team and we're supposed to be rubbish at the back, but today, and in the last episode, has been a joke. And now Smith's missed a penalty. The game's decided we're not getting promoted. Someone said in the comments yesterday about it punishing you when you start to overachieve. I'd like to think that's not a thing, but some of the things that are happening recently, it just defies belief. Jose Antonio has got a goal back for us. We've got half an hour. We could get back into this game. Even a draw keeps us a point ahead of Blackburn and keeps the gap with Southend down to 5 rather than 6 points. It wouldn't be a disaster. A win, though, would be so massively important and really start to make promotion look likely rather than just a possibility. So, 20 minutes to go. Let's make another change. Declan Davison, we've all been crying out for a run in the team for him because he's been a super sub for quite a while. He's played the last 2 games now. You've watched him. He's been rubbish. He's in the team but not doing it. So let's drop him, and I thought Dixon was going to be in there. So Thompson's going to come on for Davison because it is a little bit harsh on Thompson that he's been missing out to let Davison back into the side. Jose Antonio, I mean, he's a bit slow, isn't he? He's had a little run in the team because he was moaning that he wanted to leave because he wasn't getting any game time. I remember now why he wasn't getting any game time. I think it might be time for his little run of starts to maybe disappear again. Are we making this substitution? There you go. Thompson does come on for Davison. We've got 15 minutes to at least grab a goal back, surely. We should be better than this. Charlton, potentially a team we could be facing in the playoffs at this rate. We need to keep a psychological edge on them. Right, Smith to Thompson, back to Smith, into Dixon. Dixon does not ever let us down. It's his 24th goal of the season. We need to be looking into either signing him permanently or getting him on another season-long loan next year. Remember, this lad, I think he's still only 18 years old, on loan from Norwich. With a shot like that on him, he has quite the future ahead of him. And that does put a little bit of space between us and Blackburn and closes that gap a little bit, just a little bit, on Southend above us. Right, Nyambi's. I know he's having a rubbish game before you all tell me in the comments, but there's no one to bring on. We will bring on Colin Hogg, though, for Kelly, because both fullbacks are being rubbish today. Hogg is a lad who's come through our youth team, so, you know, he'll care. Let's get him in. And let him go on and care for Fidalgo again, not closing down. What do we have to do to stop being so rubbish at the back? And I know tactics is probably the answer to that question. Thompson didn't dive until it was basically past him. And we've clawed back into this game once. I think we've left it too late to do it again. And that's just been a really... That's been more frustrating than yesterday's episode. And yesterday, I had to have a lie down afterwards. 4 games to go. And we are just making it really hard for ourselves. If you've enjoyed that, please make sure you pop a like on there for me. Subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see more. And thank you very much for watching.